What if your crypto wallet wasn't just a place to store your assets? What if it was actually an intelligent financial partner? Well, that's the pretty radical vision behind a concept called Orca. The whole idea is to transform our wallets from a clunky tool into something that actually thinks for us. So let's break it down.
So, I want you to think about your crypto wallet for a second. Is it a simple tool that helps you out, or is it a total chore? Come on, be honest. If you've ever found yourself completely lost in a maze of gas fees, chain IDs, and these super cryptic token approvals just to do one simple thing, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
All right, here's our game plan for this explainer. We're going to start by really diagnosing why current wallets just feel so broken. Then, we'll look at how they're evolving from these simple containers into intelligent companions. We'll introduce Orca as this new financial operating system, uncover the three kind of magical ingredients that make it all work, see what it all means for you, and finally, get a little glimpse of the wallet of tomorrow.
So let's dive right into the core problem. The white paper has a great name for it: cognitive load. And that's just a fancy way of saying all the mental effort you have to put in just to use the system. And right now, the cognitive load on crypto users is, well, it's just massive.
This slide just captures the frustration perfectly. I mean, look at this. Your goal is so simple. Invest $100 safely. But then, look at your wallet's to-do list. It turns you into the technical expert. You're the one who has to manage blockchains, gas prices, token approvals. It's like wanting to send an email and being told you need to configure the mail server first. The system is pushing all of its complexity right onto you, the user.
And this is the result. With so many different blockchains, our assets are scattered across all these digital islands. And instead of helping, our current wallets force us to do all the manual work of moving our money between them. We've literally become the human bridge for our own finances. And let's be real, that is a huge design flaw. But you know, this problem didn't just pop up out of nowhere. The white paper frames this whole thing as an evolutionary journey, which I think is really smart. It shows us how we got here, and, more importantly, where we're going next.
So, it all started back in the CLI era. You know, command line tools just for the experts, where a single typo could be an absolute disaster. Then came the container era, led by wallets like MetaMask. I mean, a huge leap forward for sure. But they're still basically just secure containers for your keys. You are still the operator. The Orca vision is all about ushering in this third stage, the agentic era. And this is where the wallet stops being a passive tool and becomes an active, intelligent agent that actually works for you.
And this brings us right to Orca itself. It's presented not just as a better wallet, but as a whole new category of thing: a financial operating system.
So what does that actually mean? Well, think of it as a smart layer that sits between you and all the blockchain's complexity. You just state your goal in simple terms, something like swap my Ethereum for Solana and then stake it. The financial OS then goes and handles all the technical steps, securely and efficiently, without you having to micromanage the entire process.
You know, this quote from the white paper just nails the core idea. The paradigm shift is moving from focusing on individual transactions to understanding the user's overall intent. It's about creating a system that finally gets what you're trying to do, instead of just making you sign a bunch of cryptic messages.
Okay, so how does Orca actually pull this off? It's not just one single invention. It's really the combination of three really powerful technologies all working together. First up is the flexible account, and this is powered by account abstraction. This basically turns your wallet from a simple key holder into a programmable smart contract, which unlocks all sorts of cool features, like social recovery or paying gas fees in any token. Second is the Smart Copilot, an AI orchestrator that translates your goals into actions. And third, the Private Passport. This uses zero-knowledge proofs, which is this amazing type of cryptography that lets you prove something is true, like that you're over 18, without ever revealing the underlying data, like your actual birthday. Pretty cool, right? Now, I know what you're thinking. Giving an AI access to your finances sounds terrifying. And the architects of Orca clearly thought about that. They designed this tiered safety system. At level 1, the AI is just an observer. It can analyze your portfolio, but it can't touch anything. At level 2, it becomes a strategist. It can propose actions, but you have to give the final yes for every single one. And only at level 3 can it become an executor, acting on its own, but only within strict rules and limits that you set beforehand. The point is, you are always in control. Okay, the tech is really cool, but what does this actually mean for you? How does it change the experience of using crypto databit? Oh man, we've all been here.
You get this pop-up asking you to approve a transaction that's just pure gibberish. You're giving some random contract address permission to spend an unlimited amount of your money. It's confusing, it's intimidating, and it's a massive security hole that scammers have exploited for millions.
Now, look at the Orca experience. Because the system is intelligent, it decodes that technical mess and translates it into plain English. It tells you exactly what you're approving and who you're interacting with. This isn't just a small improvement, this is a monumental leap forward for user security.
And the benefits just keep coming. Imagine paying network fees in a stablecoin so you don't always have to have Ether on hand, or giving a game a temporary session key that just expires in an hour so you're not approving every single microtransaction. Imagine seeing a single, unified balance for all your assets across every chain and then swapping between them with one click. That is what it means to get rid of the cognitive load.
So, when you get right down to it, the Orca white paper is more than just a spec for a new product. It's a blueprint for the future. A future where using all this decentralized tech feels as simple and intuitive as the apps you use on your phone every day.
And that really brings us to the final thought-provoking question this whole vision leaves us with. When our wallets are no longer just passive containers but active, intelligent agents, the entire relationship we have with our money fundamentally changes. So, if your finances could understand your intentions and act on them, what would you ask them to do? That's the future this paper asks us to imagine.